There are days that pass by as usual, calm and uneventful. But there are also days that come like a storm, shaking, stirring, and changing everything. For Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan, that day came quietly, unplanned, without warning. But the impact? Undeniable. A seemingly simple meeting, yet it became a pivotal moment in the journey of their relationship, both in the public eye and in the private spaces of their hearts that they had kept tightly guarded. That day was not marked by a party or grand publicity. Instead, everything felt normal: schedules to attend, interviews to conduct, and the quiet backstage rooms. But when two names that had rarely been mentioned in the same sentence crossed paths again in the same location, time seemed to slow down. Wang Yibo arrived with confident strides, wearing simple yet charismatic attire, while Xiao Zhan arrived with his signature warm smile that could melt any room. No one expected that two major stars who had once been at the center of controversy would cross paths that day. But reality had other plans. The staff and fans present at the location witnessed those silent moments, the moment their eyes met. No words were spoken, no greetings, but also no rejection. Only a long, meaningful gaze, as if words would disrupt the silent conversation that could only be understood by two hearts that had once been close, then drifted apart. That gaze was no coincidence. It was a bridge, perhaps small, perhaps fragile, but still a bridge connecting two worlds that had once crumbled under external pressure. It cannot be denied that their past was not without wounds. After the phenomenal drama, The Untamed, the two were once hailed as an iconic duo that could not be separated. However, the reality behind the scenes was far more complicated. Rumors, pressure from the agency, and pressure from divided fans turned the once non-existent distance into a deep chasm. Both chose to remain silent. Neither blamed nor defended. But the wounds remained, and on that day, they reunited over wounds that had not yet fully healed. They did not speak immediately, but slowly, small gestures began to emerge. Wang Yibo glanced back as he passed Xiao Zhan, as if to confirm that what he saw was not an illusion. Xiao Zhan, usually calm, took a deep breath, holding back something he might have wanted to say. And when a rare opportunity brought them together in a group photo session, netizens with eagle eyes quickly captured the important moment. A faint smile on Yibo's face as he stood next to Xiao Zhan. Not a smile for the camera, but a smile for someone. It didn't take long before photos and videos of the moment flooded the internet. Hashtags like #YiZhan reunion and #the day they met again quickly trended across various platforms. Fans who had been waiting for such a moment shed tears of joy, while those who had been skeptical began to question their beliefs anew. Are they secretly still holding on to that feeling? Is this the beginning of something bigger? The fandom world came alive again, this time not because of rumors, but because of hope. For many people, silence is a sign of emptiness. But for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, silence is their language. They know that a single word can spark a storm. So they chose to let their eyes speak, their smiles convey, and their presence be enough as a sign. But behind that silence, were they thinking the same thing? Did that meeting stir memories that had been locked away all this time? Some sources mention that after the event, the two exchanged words backstage, briefly but intensely. There were no visual witnesses, but the tone carried by the staff seemed to change. They said, "Their aura is different now. There's something that can no longer be denied." Is it an old friendship that's blossoming again? Or is there a seed of feeling that never truly died? That unexpected meeting was not just an ordinary reunion. It was like a breeze reigniting embers that were nearly extinguished. In the fast-paced and high-pressure world of entertainment, moments of genuine connection like this are rare. If they decide to turn over a new leaf, as friends, colleagues, or even something more personal, then that day will be remembered as a major turning point. The day when two hearts, once separated by a storm, slowly found their way back to each other. However, the journey is not yet over. After the meeting, both returned to their respective worlds, with busy schedules and obligations to fulfill. But fans know something has changed. They see it in the way Yibo has become more expressive on social media. They feel it in Xiao Zhan's gaze when discussing the past. The change is real, subtle yet powerful. For YiZhan fans, this reunion is not just nostalgia. It is proof that time can heal and that genuine bonds are not easily broken. They know that reality is not always as beautiful as fiction, but they also believe that love, in any form, is worth fighting for. And on that day, they all felt like witnesses to a new beginning. Though there was no official statement, loyal fans could sense that something had changed. Xiao Zhan's comments, which were once carefully guarded, now sounded warmer and more personal when touching on the past. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo, known for being quiet and keeping his distance, was seen liking posts or quotes that resonated with togetherness, as if signaling to those who understood. Every small gesture became the subject of analysis and heated discussion among their fanbase, a sign that hope never truly dies. What makes everything even more heartwarming is the fact that love, in its purest form, always finds its own way. It doesn't need to be announced. It doesn't need to be flaunted. True love moves in silence, but its traces cannot be erased. For those who have followed Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's journey from the beginning, this meeting feels like an emotional turning point. The hope that has been quietly nurtured all this time now finds a new reason to keep burning, stronger than ever. And perhaps that is its beauty, that in a world full of pretense, there is still something that feels real. Not because the evidence is obvious, but because its vibrations reach the heart. Fans don't just hope they'll interact again as colleagues or old friends, but also hope they'll be given space to be themselves, to choose, to improve, to love, without external pressure. Because ultimately, that hope isn't just about them. It's about everyone who believes that a genuine connection will always find its way home. The day when everything changes. Not because of a grand announcement, not because of sweet words, but because two people who once meant so much to each other, and perhaps still do, dare to stand in the same place, at the same time, and let the universe speak. And for a world that has lived too long in the noise, sometimes that's all it takes to believe again. After being separated by distance, rumors, and the pressures of the entertainment industry for so long, they finally stood together in the same room once again. No words were needed. Just a glance and a small smile were enough to reignite hope. Is this the beginning of a new chapter? Or just a brief encounter that leaves a lingering feeling? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Do you think Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan are still quietly maintaining that connection? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the next emotionally charged update. Because their story isn't over yet.